Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Planet and Astrology. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share my videos. And if you have any questions or if you need any personal consultations, feel free to comment on my video and I'll try to get back to you. So, guys, today I'm starting the new series on planets in houses. So I decided to start with planet Saturn because I'm pretty much quite highly obsessed with planet Saturn, and that's what I like to talk about Saturn. So, guys, my astrological studies and my understanding and my videos are going to be purely based on Vedic astrology, which is slightly different than the Western astrology. So, first of all, I would like to tell you is that astrology is something that you could use to gain some understanding, gain some personality development. You could understand yourself better and try to see where you can actually improve your personality because it's purely for insights. I don't really believe in those wild predictions that after this many years this would happen, that would happen, you could do this, that will happen. No, those are quite hard things to actually do. So I just stick to astrology to gain some insights. I like to research about planets, houses, and our daily life. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is Saturn, what is first house, and what happens when your Saturn is positioned in the first house of your horoscope. So, and also in the last part of this video, I will talk a little bit about some remedies on what you could do to actually improve your Saturn and try to work with your Saturn by aligning your personality with Saturn. So basically, Saturn, what is Saturn? Saturn is a planet of duty. Saturn is a planet of responsibilities. Saturn is a planet of karma. Saturn is a planet of hard work. Saturn is a planet of mass people. Saturn is a servant. Saturn is a significator of disease. Saturn is a significator of death. Saturn is a significator of delays, obstacles, restrictions, structure, organization. So, and Saturn is the slow moving planet, and Saturn is a cold planet. So, what we could understand from all these keywords is wherever Saturn sits, it tends to give a bit of a tough time, like a hard time in that house. Saturn is a natural malefic planet, so you couldn't expect benefic things from Saturn itself unless it's exalted and your karmas are very, very pure and you know what you're doing, which is quite rare. So, and what is first house, guys? So the first house is personality. First house is your body. First house is yourself. And when Saturn sits in the first house, it's naturally makes a person a bit lazy, and it gives a bit of a hard-working attitude to this native. And these natives are usually organized, disciplined, determined. They are very determined. They go behind things like no other. But also, Saturn has some weaknesses when it sits in the first house. It makes one to procrastinate a lot, and this person tends to delay things in their life. They delay in making decisions. They like to delay projects. They like to delay their work. And another thing you could understand is Saturn is a planet of isolation. This kind of people, they generally likes to be alone. Yes, they like to enjoy their own company actually. They consider themselves as a loner. And why is that? Because Saturn is a planet of isolation. Saturn is a planet of darkness. This kind of these natives usually they enjoy their own company most than anyone else. So, as when Saturn is placed in the first house, it also makes one very restricted. These natives usually they feel very restricted. Like even they have knowledge, they have wisdom, they have experience. Sometimes they just can't go out there and share this. They just feel restricted. They feel like I have everything, but I can't do anything about it, and that quite frustrates this kind of people. What we could also understand is Saturn makes one very hardworking. When Saturn sits in the first house, this person is very hardworking. They like to work hard to achieve success. And what else we can see while Saturn is sitting in the first house is these people they actually like to organize things, but they are not really good at it. Why? Because Saturn likes things in organized, structured way. But these people they usually lack motivation or they are lazy. They like to organize things, but they can't do it because that's what Saturn does. Um, it is a significator of organization, discipline, and hard work. But at the same time, when its Saturn is working under its lower dimension, it makes person feel depressed, makes one lazy. Now, other things that guys we could understand from this placement is these people they are not really very clean. Their surroundings are a bit messy. Like they like cleanliness, but they are not the clean freak. Like some things in their house is quite messy, like books, not organized, clothes. They keep generally their surroundings clean, but they are not the cleanest freak because Saturn is a significator of people who clean, like cleaners. Like yes, Saturn is a significator of cleaners. Um, that that's that part of world, that part of people who actually keep our society clean, roads clean, libraries clean, toilets, public toilets clean. So Saturn is a significator of cleaners. So what else we can understand is these people they are very introvert. Yes, when Saturn sits in the first house, they makes one quite introvert. They like to think about themselves a lot, and they don't really approach other people. They just like to stay within themselves and explore their own personality. Now we're going to talk about the aspects of Saturn. When Saturn sits in the first house, naturally Saturn has three aspects: third, seventh, and 10th. And guys, Saturn is also significator of karma. Saturn is a significator of the work that you do every day. Either it's professional, either it's personal, domestic, or whatever. Saturn is a significator of karma. Whatever you do, the significator of that is Saturn. So, guys, and Saturn basically owns two houses, Aquarius and Capricorn. So Saturn likes to be in these two houses. These are the most productive and most um, friendly and good placements of Saturn in Aquarius and Capricorn, because Saturn owns these two signs. Now, so when Saturn sits in your first house, it's gonna look at your third house from its third aspect. So when it looks at the third house is all about siblings. Third house is self efforts. Third house is courage. Third house is a short distance travel. Third house is a house of media. Third house is a house of communication. Third house is a house of writing. So these are the things that Saturn looks at, and these things usually get bit of a what you call like negative aspect of Saturn. One likes to do all these things like writing, communication, media, but they feel restricted again. Saturn gives them the delays about how all these things. Um, and usually, when Saturn looks at the third place, Saturn is going to separate you from your siblings. Yes, usually from your older siblings. Saturn separates you from your older siblings during a dasha, mahadasha, or antardasha, or yeah, during its gocha. Saturn tends to separates you from your siblings when it looks at the third house. Now, from here, Saturn's gonna also look at your seventh house. Seventh house is a basically significator of relationships, business partnerships, legal contracts. Anything other than yourself is basically seventh house, like foreign lands, your spouse, your marriage, other people, your friends, even because friends are other people, right? So seventh house is a signification of all these things. Now, when Saturn actually looks at your seventh house, first thing you would notice is these people, this native, usually get married late in life, like at least after 32 or 30. Um, because Saturn is a significator of delays, we discussed it's going to delay those things. But at the same time, guys, we all have that understanding that Saturn is a very malefic planet. We are all kind of scared by Saturn, but it's not truth. Saturn basically gives you what you actually deserve. So if your karmas are pretty good, like if you're clean, if you shower every day, if you keep your surroundings clean, you eat healthy food, you stay clean, your mind is clean of this negativity, you think good for others, then Saturn's gonna actually reward you. Saturn loves those things. Saturn is a significator of karma. The higher your karmas are, the good your karmas are, Saturn's gonna actually give you everything that you desire. So we shouldn't be afraid of Saturn here. No one should be afraid of Saturn unless you're that devil person who wants to actually just go out there and do what the hell they want, like steal other people's money and take advantage of others. For those, be careful. Saturn's gonna come behind you and it's gonna give you some hard time. So, guys, and from here, Saturn's gonna also look at the 10th house. Now, 10th house is a house of karma, 10th house is a house of career. 10th house is basically a natural significator of your career. So, whenever Saturn actually sits in your first house, looking at the 10th house, you're gonna experience some delays in terms of getting a nice job, promotion. It's gonna take some time, but Saturn never denies anything. You gotta always remember, Saturn usually gives obstacles, hurdles, but Saturn doesn't believe in denying anything. So if you're gonna actually work hard, if you're organized, if you're disciplined, Saturn will give you what you actually desire. So the career related to Saturn is usually this kind of people, they make good judges. They like to work in a law firm. They can make a good lawyers and good judge. They can be also good mediators. They like to be that mediator between two parties and try to resolve any conflict. So they could be good negotiators, mediators. They could become a good lawyers, good judges. And if you want to do a business related to this placement, then you should be considering business related to black things, like maybe even oil, iron, or a cleaning business. Um, these kind of businesses are pretty good if you have a Saturn in your first house. And guys, what we're gonna also talk about is what you can do to actually improve your Saturn in your own horoscope. So, guys, few things that I would probably tell you is first thing first is stop being lazy. If you're gonna be lazy, then Saturn's gonna get you. Yes, don't be lazy. Wake up early in the morning, have a shower, be clean, have a healthy breakfast, keep your surroundings clean, and be organized. Organize your time, organize your day, organize your week. Um, if you just follow these things, like if you be organized, clean, stay active, do some physical exercise, then Saturn's gonna actually reward you. Saturn loves those things. Saturn attracts those kind of people towards him, and Saturn likes to give rewards, like the unexpected rewards. It will delay things, but it will give you what you actually desire if you can actually follow the right path. Um, Other thing that you could do is, guys, uh, serve some elder people. Like if you have any grandparents, if there are any homeless people around you who are old, serve them, donate them some food, ask them if they need any help. Because Saturn also signifies old people, and when you actually help old people, um, it actually it's very good. Saturn likes it. Um, Other thing that you could do, guys, is usually this kind of people, these natives, they feel for that lower class of society. They feel for people who are less privileged. They feel for people who are disabled. So if you can actually do something for less privileged people or disabled people, do it. Help them. Donate some food, donate some clothes, and Saturn's gonna love it. So, guys, this was my analysis of Saturn in the first house. If you like my video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my videos, and yeah, if you have any question, feel free to comment, and I'll try to see if I can get back to you as soon as possible. Alright, guys, thank you for watching my video. Om Sai.